Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and Trezor has just released a new software suite which you can use to manage your Trezor hardware devices. So I'm going to show you how to get it downloaded, installed, and set up. So let's get started. Okay, so if you go to the Trezor homepage and then go over to Wallet, you can see that they've got this new software suite that you can download and install in order to manage your device. It's a desktop application, a little more secure than their previous web-based app. So just as a reminder, this is what the Trezor web-based app looks like, and I just wanted to point this out. I've got a balance of some Bitcoin in here. So I just want you to see that when we get this new software suite set up, I'm going to sync it to this device and make sure that everything is showing up properly in the new software. So let's check it out. Let's run over here. Let's go ahead and get this desktop app and drop it into our downloads folder. Now notice here that they have a signature and a signing key. This is open source software. Anybody can look at the code, and most open source software has these digital verification tools that are provided by the developers so that you can verify that the software that you're downloading is hasn't been tampered with and all. So I'll quickly go through that. I have some other videos that go into a little more depth about verifying software. So the first thing you'll want to do is get this signature. That's the signature of the developers. It's an ASC file. So I'm just going to drop that in my downloads folder. And then I'll also want the signing key, which I'll also drop in my downloads folder. So in order to manage these little files, you're going to need a program which I like to use. It's Cleopatra. This is part of a GPU for Windows software suite, which I'll put a link to down in the description if you're interested. And you'll notice here that I have several signing keys already in my list. So I'm going to just import the one that I downloaded from Trezor. We'll go over here to downloads. All right, we'll just click on signing key here and click open. I'll go ahead and authorize this, certify it, and I need my password for that. All right, so now you can see that I've got the Satoshi Lab signing key in my list of keys. Now I can go ahead and verify that installer that I downloaded. I'll go to decrypt verify, go over here to downloads, and you'll notice there that both of these files need to be in the same directory, right? They need to be right next to each other. This is the signature file and this is the installer. So I'm just going to click on the installer. I'll click open, and it's going to go through this little verification procedure. And this is what we like to see, this nice green message saying that the signing key is good and the signature is good, right? You can skip over that if you want to. I just like to show people I feel that it's important. So let's go ahead, now that we've got everything downloaded and verified, let's go ahead and run the installer. Right, we can just run over to our downloads folder and double click on the installer and get it going. I'll just install it for my account in Windows. That's fine for me. All right, and now that I'm finished, I'll go ahead and run. We'll see what we've got here. All right, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's a standalone application. Now, I already had my device connected, so maybe I can run you through that. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and allow this. You can disallow it if you want to. All right, I'll go ahead and confirm it. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when it's not connected first. So when you first launch the software, it's going to have you connect your device. I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so you just get your device and connect it with the cable. All right, and the screen should light up for you. You'll just tap it, and whoops, you'll go ahead and enter your PIN. All right, and then once you've got your PIN entered, you'll hit that green check mark. You're going to see that. You're going to see this. All right, it's that's the first thing I've run into. Right, I think I can just quit this and start over. See, it just... So it's probably better to have it connected when you launch the software. All right, we'll go ahead and confirm this. Let's go ahead and launch the suite. All right. The device is connected, the PIN is entered, and it immediately recognizes the Bitcoin account that I have on there. It looks like it can give you your history, like a little chart of your history. All right, and it can see that I've already created a backup and enabled my PIN. I don't have the passphrase enabled, which I wouldn't recommend for beginners. And then discrete mode to hide your balances, of course. We could try that. Just not so people won't be looking over your shoulder. We can put that back on. And then we've got the security steps. As for those of you who already have the device, you probably already have your backup and your PIN. And like I said, you can enable a passphrase. The only problem with that is if something happens to your device and you need to restore it from your backup phrase, you'll need the backup phrase and whatever passphrase you've created. So if you forget that passphrase or you write it down on a scrap of paper and then it gets thrown out with the trash or misplaced, then you'll have lost access to your cryptocurrency forever. So for a beginner, I would recommend the backup phrase, which is a little more formal, gets written down and put in a safe place, rather than adding this passphrase, because people tend to forget these passphrases and lose access to their coins. But if you're a stickler and you want to make sure that you've enabled the highest amount of security on your wallets, then yes, you can do the backup phrase plus the passphrase, right? You just have to store them in separate places and don't lose either of them. All right, and then if you go down a little bit, they've got some news and stuff down here as well. It's kind of cool. All right, so you'll notice here at the top that they want me to upgrade the firmware. There's a firmware upgrade available. So let's walk through that. All right, I've got the device here, and I'm going to go ahead and click this update now. And then we'll install the firmware. It's going to go from 2.3 to 2.6. I'm just going to go to 2.36 to 2.41. So I'll click install firmware and see what happens. Do I have my seed? Yes. Right. That's the backup phrase that we've written down and stored in a safe place. Usually a 12-word backup phrase. Right. I'll just click that. I'll click continue. All right. Now they want me to disconnect the device and swipe as I'm connecting it. This can be a little tricky. What I usually do is I kind of just wiggle my finger back and forth as I'm doing this. So if you can see what I'm doing here, right? So you can see the entire device. So I'll disconnect. Oops. Disconnect. Right? And then, I'm just going to do my finger back and forth here as I'm reconnecting. All right, you'll get this window here. Let's zoom in a little better on that. All right, so it wants me to go ahead and click the check mark. Okay, so I'll tap that check mark. All right, and there it goes. All right. All right, and now we'll click install firmware. Let it do its thing. Wants us to confirm again on the Trezor, or does it? Okay, there it is. Yeah, we need another confirmation there. Let's go ahead and just tap that on the device, and there it goes. I'll let it install this firmware for us. You'll notice down there in the corner behind me that my Windows has indicated that I've reconnected a new device. Right? That's usually what happens during the firmware update. All right, looks good. I'll go ahead and hit close here. All right, now it wants me to connect the Trezor. It's already connected physically, so it looks like I'll probably just need to enter the PIN. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, and then when you're done with your PIN, you'll hit that check mark. See what happens here. Yep. Doesn't like that. All right, so that's the second time that's happened to me. I'm just going to quit the suite and relaunch with my PIN already entered. I don't know if that's a known glitch or bug or anything, but it has happened to me twice. All right. So all I did was just quit the software suite and restart it. Once I had the device connected and the pin entered, that was okay. All right, so now it's not asking me to update my firmware. So I would like to explore the accounts here. It looks like I don't know if I had created this earlier or if it just created it for me as a default. But you'll notice that this previous account is a SegWit account, which is the older protocol. And then this new empty one, this default, is a native SegWit account. If we go to account here, we see this is native SegWit. This is the newer format. And this will be what they will offer as a default. It's the newer, better format, so it makes sense, right? But it still recognizes older regular SegWit accounts. All right. So it looks like they created this empty Bitcoin account for me. Why don't we just move the Bitcoin that we've got in this older account into this newer account? So on the empty account, we'll just hit receive. All right, and there's the address. Right, and then we can see the address on the Trezor itself too, so that we can confirm. All right, I've copied that into my clipboard. I'll go back over to this older account and I'll do a send. And I'll paste in the address of our newer native SegWit account. I'll go ahead and send the max. All right, I can adjust my fees if I want to. The lower the fee, the less it costs, of course, for you in Satoshis. These are native fees on the Bitcoin network, but you can adjust them. I usually just leave them at the default. The higher amount that you pay, the more likely it is that the transaction will be mined quicker, right? So the transfer will be faster. So, but I usually leave them on normal. You want to be careful with doing really low fees to try to save yourself some money. I know people that they think, oh, cheaper is better, and then they lower the fee to like minuscule, and then it takes days, weeks for their transfer to clear. So that can be really nerve-wracking. If you're the type of person that is pinching every penny and you're trying to do these low fees, you're also going to be the kind of person that's going to freak out when you don't see it complete right away, right? So for your own sanity and peace of mind, I would just leave it at normal and, pay the fees on the Bitcoin network. They're not that much. It's 93 cents. It's not going to kill you. So we'll hit review and send, right? And then we'll most likely need to confirm this on our device. So there we go. I'll go ahead and hit this little check mark. There's the total amount of with the fee, right? And then in this case, I need to sort of hold on confirm. I'll hold until that check mark goes through. And there we go. Out she goes. Been confirmed on the device. Let's hit send over here in the software suite. Off it goes, right? And you can see that this account empties out, and then we've got Bitcoin over here in this newer account. That's pretty cool. You could probably create as many Bitcoin accounts as you would like to for different purposes. So you can, if you would like to create maybe a secondary Bitcoin account. I know some people that have asked me, well, I have Bitcoin and my wife has Bitcoin, and we'd like to manage our two wallets separately. Or if for whatever reason you want to manage separate Bitcoin accounts, like one can be your working Bitcoin account, and another you can set up for, say, like some service that pays you in Bitcoin so that you can keep that separate, things like that. Or you just want to have one for daily use that goes in and out and another one for long-term savings. However you want to do it, you can manage that within this suite by creating multiple Bitcoin accounts. So you can hit this plus here and then just add account. Notice the default here is native SegWit, but it looks like you can create a SegWit or even a much older legacy Bitcoin account if you want to. I would recommend just sticking with native SegWit. Let's hit add account here. All right, and there we go. Looks like I've got Bitcoin 2 now. I would like to change the name of this if I could. Let's see here. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I just kind of hover over here, and we'll just call, let's say we go to this one and call this one, oh, okay. We're going to confirm the renaming. Okay. Labeling. I'll just save them on the local file system. Okay, so and there we've got an edit field. I can just call this one Bitcoin. I can call this one Bitcoin main if I want to, right? And then I'll just hit this check mark. Right, and then I can go over to this one and this new one that I created, and we can call this one something else. Oh, it looks like once I did that label thing on this device locally, I don't have to do it every time I want to rename an account. Whatever you want to call these things, it doesn't matter. Just thought maybe, and then we'll check mark here. So you can see there that you can manage multiple Bitcoin accounts within the Trezor suite. I believe you could do that with the old one as well if you wanted to. Oh, before I exit there, you could even buy BTC through this suite. All right, and let's say we'd like to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. I don't know how much that's going to be here. And then we can hit this compare offers. And you can see that they're linking to several third-party cryptocurrency services that will allow you to buy cryptocurrency using your credit card or a bank transfer. Right, pretty good. Kind of an aggregator of different ways you can buy cryptocurrency. You know, and as you can see, you're not actually buying it directly from Trezor. You are going to be linking to a third party when you do these, and I'm sure they'll make you aware of that. It's pretty obvious here. So, but it is kind of nice that you can do that right within this suite, and any Bitcoin that you buy on any of these platforms will be directly delivered into your hardware wallet for safekeeping rather than being held on an exchange. So it's pretty cool. All right, so what if you wanted to add a different cryptocurrency? So if we go here to dashboard, I believe they had this one here, enable more coins. And I believe you could also do it here in accounts. You know, you could just hit accounts and then choose a different cryptocurrency. And it looks like they support quite a few, like Zcash, Vertcoin, Namecoin, Bitcoin Gold. And I guess that's it, right? So let's go ahead and try Ethereum, see how that works. I may have already created an Ethereum account on this device previously, so it's going to check to see. So we'll hit that. All right, and let's see. Wants us to enter our PIN again. All right, so we'll do that. All right, and it did find a previous Ethereum account. Right? It's empty now, but I did have some Ethereum on here before, so it found that. So now we can use this to manage Ethereum. And I should also point out that if you have an Ethereum wallet set up, that you can also manage ERC20 tokens, which there are quite a few of them out there. So this short list of cryptocurrencies would be greatly expanded if you manage your tokens within your Ethereum wallet, right? So you have one Ethereum wallet and you can add multiple tokens in there. So I'll go ahead and put some tokens in here. So as I showed you earlier, there are services that you can connect to directly within Trezor to purchase cryptocurrencies. I don't have any of those set up at the moment. I'll just show you how you could purchase something on an exchange and transfer it into your Trezor. A lot of you may have coins on Coinbase already. So if we just buy ourselves a little bit of cryptocurrency, let's do the Ethereum because we're dealing with an Ethereum wallet. I'm going to use my bank account and purchase $50 worth of Ethereum. All right. All right, looks like that was successful. Yeah. And then I'll go ahead and purchase an ERC20 token. Yeah, I'll go ahead and purchase a little chain link, $50 worth of chain link. We'll hit buy now here. So I'll show you how you transfer both of those into the Trezor suite. All right, I just got 2 alerts that I had successfully purchased these assets, right? So we can go over to our portfolio, and you can see I've got some Ethereum and some Chainlink in there. I did have some merchant charges on Coinbase. You'll probably have merchant charges over here when if you were to purchase. If I wanted to do that, I could purchase Ethereum this way as well. But like I said, I don't have any of these set up, and I'm not going to go through the whole credit card verification. You will have to verify your identity with these. That's just the way things are now. If you're going to purchase, in fiat on-ramps, right? I don't believe any of these are going to be, anonymous, right? Because you have to use your credit card. So in order to use a credit card, you have to verify your identity, right, and the bank transfer. All right. So, but let's go back over to Coinbase and go ahead and transfer. All right. So first we'll start in the suite. What we want to do is receive some Ethereum. All right. We'll do show full address. Right. And then we can confirm that on the device. Right, there's that address. I can copy it into my clipboard. We'll go back over to our Coinbase account and go to Ethereum. I'm done with the device at the moment, right? I don't need to do anything once I've confirmed the receiving address. So I've got it in my clipboard. Let's go over to the Ethereum portfolio. We're going to send all of it over to our address, which I just copied into my clipboard. This is the address of my Trezor Ethereum wallet, right? We'll hit continue here. We'll hit send. It's irreversible, of course. I need my 2-factor authentication. Confirm there. All right, and off it goes. Let's go back over to the suite. And we can already see the Ethereum. It's probably not totally confirmed in our wallet yet, but it has shown up almost instantaneously. I didn't have to wait at all. So now let's put the link in this Ethereum wallet. Link is a sub token. ERC20 tokens are sub tokens on the Ethereum network. So all I need to do is send them to the Ethereum wallet address that we already have in our clipboard. But I can show you that one more time. All right, we'll just confirm the address on our device. And then we can copy that address into our clipboard. And then we'll go back over to Coinbase. And this time, in our portfolio, we'll go to that link that we just purchased, right? And we'll send it all. We'll go ahead and paste in the address of our Trezor wallet, right? We'll hit our Trezor Ethereum wallet. We'll hit continue here. We'll confirm this, and I'm going to enter my 2-factor again, right? And off it goes. There we go. All right, and then let's go back over to the suite, see what's happening. Yeah, let's go over to our Ethereum account. All right, and there you can see that I've received the link. Let's just go over to tokens, and it shows the link balance, right? So you can send as many ERC20 tokens into your Ethereum wallet as you'd like, and they will show up down here as a list, and you can manage them within this Ethereum wallet. All right, we can even, I'd like to rename this. I'll just take that number 1 off, right? Just call it Ethereum, call it what it is, right? All right, but you always want to be careful when you're sending tokens to wallets like that. There are some tokens out there that you may think are ERC20 tokens, right? That are not, that have their own blockchain. So, and you might try to send them into this wallet and watch them disappear. Right. So whenever you're sending tokens, first of all, you want to, make sure that the token that you're sending is an ERC20 token. And if you're not sure, then send a small transaction first, like maybe $10 or $20 worth, before you send, hundreds, thousands of dollars worth of a token that you're not sure about. Right. I've had a lot of people ask me, with sad stories about how they sent their tokens to the wrong type of address. Usually they're sending a native token that looks like it's an Ethereum ERC20 token into an Ethereum wallet, and it disappears. Like VE Chain or Theta, something like that. Those tokens are not ERC20 tokens anymore. So whenever you're dealing with cryptocurrency and you're not sure, always send that small test transaction first just to confirm that it arrives properly before you send huge amounts, right? All right, so we set up the suite, we downloaded, installed it, we got it going. I showed you how to manage accounts a little bit. I showed you how you could purchase directly within the suite if you wanted to, and then I showed you how to purchase on an exchange, major exchange, and then just transfer the tokens into your wallet. So that should get you started. If you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.